Hi, I'm Doug Cease, your guide to boating and fishing for VisitFlorida.com. Florida has 1,200 miles of coastline, and when you add to that the bays and estuaries and the Intracoastal Waterway and all the freshwater lakes and rivers, it's a fisherman's paradise. It can all be sort of overwhelming when you're resuming fishing here or trying to learn to fish in the state. So I finally decided to go to the experts and hire a guide. It's the best investment I'd ever made in fishing. A guide basically comes to it with a lot of expertise. You can get on a guide boat, you don't even have to have a fishing license in some cases. He's got the license for you, he's got the rods and reels. All you bring is sunblock, lunch, and a hat. We've got a trip planned tomorrow morning with Captain Gary Reinhardt. Gary, what do you expect us to catch?
Well, I think we got a chance at some trout, some snook, some redfish, maybe some ladies fish. Jacks, you just never know when you get out there. I'm going to show you these spots, but if you tell anybody, it may have to kill you. 3 or 4 things we look for in order to catch fish. One is we want the water temperature specific for the species. In Florida, the water temperature is about perfect all year round for almost all the species. The second thing is that we like to have a little bit of moving water. The next thing we like is some structure, and of course all this is structure, all these mangroves. And the last thing is I always look for bait. If we have natural baits in the area, it'll gather up some of the fish that are feeding on them, and that makes it a little easier for us. What we're doing is we're using a jig head here, a 1/8 ounce jig head. What it does is it keeps us from having to use a sinker. It makes it a little quicker. We can put a plastic bait on this. We can put live bait on it. It's very universal.
If I was a fish, I'd sure want to eat that. That looks like a tasty meal to me. Breakfast.
One of the things I've found really effective, and it gives you good luck, is when you get ready to use your live shrimp, if you just bite off the tail like that, it releases a little juice into the water and gives you good luck.
One of the things you need to think about when you're hiring a guide is what kind of fishing you want to do. I mean, particularly if you're into a specialty thing like either fly fishing, which requires a guide who really knows how to handle the boat, or if you're looking for some unusual species like tarpon, and the guide really has to know where the tarpon are, what kind of baits to feed to them, and once you catch one, once you hook one rather, he's got to teach you how to play the tarpon so you can get it to the side of the boat. Basically, if you find a good guide, stay with him. It'll be, that's the way to go. I think we have some fish up here now. One of the things you got to remember when you're fishing in Florida is you got to protect yourself from the sun, and you've got to stay hydrated. And I always wear a hat. I'm Doug Cease, your guide to boating and fishing for VisitFlorida.com. Catch 'em up.